Good afternoon and welcome to Friday with Fiona. So today is week 4 of my how to get started with paper crafting, and this week we're looking at colouring, and I am really just going to touch on the basics. I could run a whole 4-week session, 4 weeks of sessions on colouring, because there is so much, so many options that you can do with it, and I personally find it really therapeutic. I have friends and team members who don't like it, and that's fine. Everybody's each their own, but I do find it therapeutic. So I'm going to just show you today two of the ways, which is watercolouring using the Stampin' Up watercolouring pencils, and there's 2 packs, which I have both. I do love my beautiful mug. This is from my sister-in-law. I'd rather be crafting. I would nearly always say that. So that's where I keep my watercolour pencils, and I have a blender pen, so I'm going to show you how to use that. I also have my Stampin' Blends, which you've seen me use before, and I did just show you one sneak thing last week, is that we could colour ribbon with it, and also I think I showed you the gems, and that was using the Stampin' Blends. There's also blending brushes, using the ink refills to do with the embossing paste, which I've done before. There kind of is no limit really to what you can do. There's so many things you can do, but I just really wanted to show you a couple of the basics. Now I've got 2 types of card and I've got 2 types of ink. So I have the Memento Tuxedo Black ink, which is a water-based ink, which you have to use with the blends. If you use if you use an alcohol-based ink with the blends, when you use the blends, your ink will run. I don't pretend to understand all of it, but that's what happens. And the same thing, if you use the Tuxedo with your watercolor, that won't work either. So I'm going to use my Stampin' Up ink for my watercoloring, and I'm going to use my Tuxedo for my blends. Okay, I've got 2 types of paper. I have watercolor paper, which is kind of thick and will absorb water. You can use a very little amount of water on the basic white, but it will wear through. It'll, like the cardstock will wear, so it's not very good. So I've got a little cramped space here. I'm going to start with the watercolor pencils, just because that's kind of out of my comfort zone. So I don't need the basic white, and I'm going to use my Pebble Path, and I've got a piece of watercolor paper. So I'm going to color my, what are they called? Winterly Treetops birds on the watercolor paper. And I'm going to use my Pebble Path for the outline. So I'm just going to do tap, tap, tap. I've got good coverage of the ink on there. And then I'm going to stamp that. Just making sure I'm in camera. Let's cover up that. And I'm going to just stamp that down. Now there are dies to go with this, but I'm not going to cut everything out today. What I will do is when I've finished, I'm just going to show you the basics of colouring today. I will finish the cards and make them into a finished product, and then I will post those so that you can see the finished product. Okay, now I realised because it's watercolour paper, I need to press a lot harder. So I'm just going to ink that up again. In fact, what I might do, no, I won't, because I'll take that off, ink that up again. And I'm going to use my, I don't know what you call this, but I use it with my positioning tool, because I really want to get some really good coverage, and then just push right down, and hopefully, yeah, that's better. And to be honest, you don't want it to be too much. So let's quickly clean that. So that I can make some more space in a minute when I get onto the next one. And these are using cling stamps, but you can do this, you know, you can, the next one I'm going to do is using a photopolymer stamp set, and you can, again, you could do watercolouring with that, but I want to show you the blends with that. So let's pop him away just to make some space. Okay, now what I'm going to do with my watercolor pencil, so I've got these birds and I've got these berries, so I'm going to take my Real Red, if I can find it. Thing is, sometimes the tips don't look like, there it is, Real Red. And I'm just going to go, show me camera. Yeah, I'm just literally going to scribble with my pencil on each one. I'm not colouring in the whole thing. And this is the beauty of watercolouring. You don't need to colour the whole thing. Let's do all of them while we're here. Bit more, a little bit more. You can just scribble. You don't have to worry about not going in the lines. Now I'm going to take my blender pen and make sure that it's clean. It's got a bit of kitchen oil here. Make sure it's, yeah, and it's wet to the touch. And I'm just going to go over my red. So it's going to pick my red up. And then I'm just going to colour it in. Now, I probably need more. See, that's gone a bit pink to me. And I think I need, so that's easily sorted. You just go over it again, doing exactly the same thing. They might need, I haven't used my watercolour pencils for a long time. It might actually need sharpening. Yeah, I think that one does. So I'm just literally scribbling. And we'll go over that again. Think also the paper is dulling it, and then you just, I'm going to be die cutting these, so it doesn't matter, and then you just get that, and then the reds come off, so I can use it for another color. So now I'm going to do the branches. So I'm going to take my, well, it's Cajun Craze. To me that looks brown, but it says Cajun Craze on it, so that's the last color I want. Let's try, and that's Crushed Curry Crazy. That looks, I want a brown. Calypso Coral. Okay, so early espresso. And the same thing on the branches. I'm just going to literally draw a line. And there we go. So if you're out there watching me live or the replay, I love it if you could support my business with some likes or some hearts and just say hi. Let me know if you're watching the replay. There we go. And that's coloured in. And again, I'll just do the same thing until the brown's gone. Okay. Now my birds. Right, I want my red again. I might need to sharpen this actually. Oh, Cherry Cobbler doesn't need sharpening. Let's use that. Now I'm going to go around the edge. And there are lines that the artists have drawn on. So I'm just going to pick those up with my brush. Not my brush, my pencil. Go around the edge. And then I'm going to take my blender pen and see, it's going lighter, and then I can pick it up again, pick it up from the edge. So the edge is dark and the inside is light. And then the same on this one. And we've got a red eye, that one. There we go. Okay, so how easy with that? That Real Red needs sharpening, definitely. It's not picking it up at all. And I think I probably want some yellow for his, oh no, let's do pumpkin pie for his beak. And I'm colouring that in completely because it's only a little area. There we go. And the eye, let's give him a blue eye. Balmy blue. There we go. So that's how to use the watercolor pencils. Now, what I will do is I don't really want him to be completely red. This is, so shows how old this is, called Whisper White. We used to have cardstock called Whisper White. So I'm just going to go over like what would be his chest area. And then get my blender pen. So see, that's really lightening up now. I probably should have left some blank. Isn't that cute? And then again, just get that off. So I will die cut that and turn that into a card, and I will show you the finished product. So that's the watercolor pencils, and there is 2 packs of them. Put that in there, out of the way. Okay, and I promise I will show you show you the final. Right, now I'm going back to my basic cardstock, and I'm going to do my reindeer farm. I'm just in love with this set. So I've got my blends. I've got the Pecan Pie light and dark, and I've got my Memento ink this time. Okay. Oh, it's so cute. I think I'm going to do it the other way. It's not picking it up. I think I need to re-ink it actually. I'm not picking it up. We'll see how it goes. If not, I might need to re-ink it. And let's just stamp up there. That's good. Cool. So pretty. Now, for those of you that, you know, don't want to go to the effort of colouring, you can stamp straight onto coloured cardstock or designer series paper even, and then you don't have to colour. And I just want to show you, so like on the other one, the designer has given you some areas where you can do shading and things like that. Now I've got my Pecan Pie Dark and Pecan Pie Light. It's entirely up to you, it's personal choice. You can go around the edges in the dark and then blend, literally it does what it says it is, blend with the light, which is what I tend to do. Or you can go colour everything in and then go round to get your shadow with the dark. In fact, why don't I do that? Why don't I stamp a second one, and we'll see if you can see any difference when we do it that way. So first one, this is a fabulous tool. Really helps get some dimension. Okay, I see it's taken just about all the ink off the stamp. Okay, now, so the first one I'm going to do, this is the way I do it, and it's just kind of how you learn. And I'm going to take the nib end. So at each end of the Stampin' Blends, you get in each pack you get two shades. You get the dark and you get the light, and you can see the difference there. Okay, so I'm going to take the nib end. Oh, come out. That's it. I'm going to do the big one just so you can see, and I'm just going to kind of go around the edges, and then that's where the artist has put the shading. I'm just going down on the left, down on the left, just to get some shading. I don't know why it's the left, but I guess if the sun's shining down on you. Okay. And on his ear, her ear, because it's mama reindeer. My hand's a bit wobbly. There we go. Okay, then I'm going to take the light and I'm going to use the brush end. So that's the thick end. And then I'm just going to bring, so I'm dragging my dark, and leave a little space for some pink inside the ear there. I'm dragging my dark into, and it's blending it so that you don't end up with this sharp, unsightly line. And again, I'm going to be die cutting these. So this is doing the dark first as your shadow, and then the next one I will do these. I'm blending, so you're getting rid of that line. And I know I'm going over the edge, but they will be cut out. So I know this line up here, just blend, blend, blend. And the wetter your blends are, then the more, see, there we go, get that blending in. Oh, so, so cute. Okay, so that was doing my dark first, and it's, you can still see just the outlines. It's just literally like a shadow, but it has really been blended in. It's not standing out. Let's try doing it the other way. So this time, this is my light. I'm going to do my all over colouring first. And then, now you can use the nib or the, actually I'm using the nib and I should be using the brush end. The front doorbell's going to go because there's a delivery outside. Hopefully my husband will go. So I might use the nib end for that bit there. It's quite fine. See, it looks, to me, I'll show it to you before I do the dark, it looks lighter because I'm not blending the dark in. I'm just literally using the light. Oh, that was a bit half-hearted. There we go. Okay, so can you see the difference there? This one's got the shadow around the edge, and this one's got no shadow. So to me, it looks lighter. I think you can see that there. Okay, now I'm just going to go around with my dark, and we'll see what the difference is. It's, to me, it's much, much more obvious now. And there is no right way and there is no wrong way. It's kind of entirely down to personal choice. Just wait till I get this one finished and then we'll compare them. So the shadow is more obvious on that one. To be honest, they're both beautiful. It really doesn't matter. And let's just do little baby Bambi. And I will just remind you, in case you didn't see my video from last week, using the blends, because they are so versatile, about the ribbon and the gems. Right, that's the dark, and let's do the light. Oh, stiff. Sorry about the squeaking. See, I could sit and do this all afternoon, but I know some people don't like colouring. It's like fussy cutting. You either do or you don't. Are you a Marmite baby or are you a Marmite hater? That sort of thing. Okay, and I'm going to put some pink in there. So, yeah, I can really see the difference now between these two with the shading. But again, there's no right or wrong. So that's that one. And then that was using, so that's dried now. That's using the watercolor pencils. Just need to sharpen them, I think. Okay, let me just quickly show you the ribbon. So I'll get some white ribbon and some gems. Get some plain gems, the iridescent ones. Yeah. Now, given that it's Christmas, I'm going to do red. So I will do. Actually, I think one of the cards I used. Real red. There we go. So I'm just going to show you again. I did this last week, but just to quickly show you. Now, this is very. What's it called? It's called. Oh, it's just polyester. I thought it was it's got like grooves to it. I'm not going to do all of it. I just want to show you. So if I want to make a bow, which I do, I'll try not to make it too big. Okay, I'm just going to cut that. Pop that away. And then you just literally go over your ribbon with the blend like that. And you might need to do the back as well. Some of them come through the back, no problem. This is not a good one to do because it's coming off onto my blend, which I really don't want. So I'm going to stop now with that. Let's cut that off and use that for something else. Okay, and then the gems, again, I've taken the brush end, just going to go over like that. 1, 2, 3. So the rule of thumb is 3. For some reason, your brain likes that. And I'm just going to leave them to dry. Okay, so we've got our watercolor pencils, which definitely need sharpening, and then I've got my blends, and then as I said, you can do blending brushes. I did my brother's birthday card using that, which is why I've still got a pretty peacock on it. I thought it had come off, but obviously not. What other sort? Yeah, all sorts. So I just really wanted to show you the basics, and then you've got your ribbon. So it just gives you all sorts of options. If you've got limited resources, you've got white ribbon, or you've got like the basic beige ribbon, but you need, for Christmas cards, you need red or green or blues, or pinks, whatever colors you need. That is an option, and I just love my blends. So, and then there you go, that's coming up brighter. Now it's drying, it's getting brighter, so I can use those as well. Okay guys, that's it for this week. So next week is November, can you believe it? And we're going to get cracking with Christmas cards, and guess what, I think we'll probably use the Reindeer Fun, and there's also matching designer series paper. I'm in love with this set. But thanks for watching. Have a wonderful weekend. If you can help my small business by liking or loving this page, this video, I would be very grateful. And don't forget, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful weekend. Bye.